Let's start. We'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. If we can all rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone, and welcome. Roll call, please.
Spencer?
Present.
Stewart, present. Ploa?
Here.
Arnold?
Here.
Feller?
Here.
Meyer?
Here.
Malin?
Here.
Jim, you're not on.
Okay, 1 second here. I'm going to pull up the agenda.
You're on.
The other thing that I want to address before we go into public comment is our fire chief, John Kramer. And while there's not a lot that I can say, because there's rules with HIPAA, there was some question why we're talking about this tonight. And long and the short, back in, well, about 6 months ago, for reasons not related to work, our fire chief had put in for short-term disability per our personnel policy. Our personnel policy states that after 6 months, they can request to go to a long-term disability, up to 2 years. And as of yesterday, that has been brought to the attention of this board. So I guess the thing that I wanted to say was there was some misinformation that was put out on social media that this was some type of personal thing against the fire chief, and that's not the situation. We can't talk about the conditions that may or may not exist, but we feel terrible that's happening. But we're a township, we have a fire department, and we have to conduct with business, and we do have a personnel policy that if a person is in them circumstances, and they decide they want to approach the board and come back and talk about it, that's in the personnel policies, just so everybody knows. So I'm going to go into public comment. Anyone wishing to speak in public comment, please state your name and your address. You'll have 3 minutes. Just a reminder, it's not a question and answer.
My name is Rita Meyer, 4262 3 Mile Road. On September 3rd this year, I attempted to submit a Freedom of Information Act request.
Can you speak in the microphone, please?
How much closer? On September 3rd this year, I attempted to submit a Freedom of Information Act request.
Ma'am, I'm sorry to interrupt you. We'll start your 3 minutes. Joe, could you just see if the mute button was hit on there in accident? Yeah, because the red light is on.
Okay, on September 3rd this year, I attempted to submit a Freedom of Information Act request for, quote, copies of all invoices, bills for all cameras that were purchased and installed. Purchased and installed in the Township boardroom and Township Hall. I also asked for copies of all invoices and bills for services and repairs performed on the camera equipment. At that time, Mr. Spencer looked at my request and told me that they do not have any invoices for what I was asking. I said, you mean the township paid for a camera to be installed in the boardroom and you don't have a bill for it? Mr. Spencer said, no, we don't keep them, but you can come back tomorrow and talk with the clerk. I went back the next morning and presented my request to the receptionist. She looked at it, stamped it, and gave me a copy. On September 10th, I received an email from Taylor Parker, the young lady that was just here, with 8 pages of documents, none of which contained any information about a camera being installed in the boardroom. I went to the township office today and asked for the invoice that I requested and was told one of the documents I received, which is from Clements Electric, dated August 24th last year for $2,600, was when the camera was purchased and installed. This document says nothing about a camera being installed, but it listed other work items that were done by Clements. Mr. Spencer and the receptionist on duty insisted that the camera installation was included in the bill, but it just wasn't noted on the bill from Clements Electric. I went to Clements Electric today, but unfortunately, no one was able to help me because the bookkeeper and the owner were not in the office. I will go to Clements Electric tomorrow and see if I can get this cleared up. By the way, I have an email from Taylor Parker, the administrative secretary for the township, stating that the camera was installed and fully operable in the boardroom in late August last year. And, quote, since that time, we have been able to record and post meetings, though we have experienced issues with lag and overall quality. But assuming Mr. Spencer is correct about the invoice from Clements Electric, that invoice would then indicate that the boardroom camera was installed in October last year. I don't know who is correct, the administrative assistant or Mr. Spencer. Either way, there are no videos of the board meetings posted on the township website until February this year. No videos appeared on the township website in November, December, or January. The videos that appear on the township YouTube page are for May and June this year only.
Ma'am, your time is up. You can't have anybody else's time, but we have, ma'am, if you can hold on a second. I think we have a board member who's made a motion to extend your time. So we have a motion.
I'll second.
We have a second. Any discussion? All in favor, aye? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, continue, ma'am.
No videos appear on the township website in November, December, or January. The videos that appear on the township YouTube page are for May and June only. There are no videos on YouTube for the township website for July, August, or September meetings this year. When asked about this, I was told they are having, quote, issues with the equipment. So there have been issues with the camera at least since August or October last year, and the supervisor can't seem to get the issues corrected. On April 7th this year, the township paid Felix Media Group $450 for, quote, conference room AV issues. But as I stated previously, there still are no videos for July, August, or September this year. It would seem that the township is due a refund of the $450 paid to the Felix Media Group since it did not correct the audiovisual issues within the boardroom. Today I was told by Mr. Spencer that he bought a new camera for the boardroom about 5 days ago. It has taken Mr. Spencer over a year to hopefully get a camera that works in the boardroom. My whole point in pursuing this issue is to question why board meetings can't seem to get posted for the public to see. And on one other note on the agenda, it talks about the new fire chief appointment, and I'm hoping that this job is posted somewhere so different firefighters can apply for the job.
Thank you, ma'am. Anyone else who wishes to speak in public comment?
Monitor Township. I also saw I also see that the fire chief is on the agenda, and I guess I'm wondering why he wasn't invited here for any reason at all, if nothing else to answer your questions. Also, I want to refer back to the last meeting when we were discussing the ability to afford a second policeman. And we were told that the board could not afford second policeman. It was too much money. I'm hoping that tonight we will find out whether or not Colin, because it wasn't discussed at the last meeting, was going to go in on the shared policeman. But I also want to get to the point that we keep hearing there's no money for that. In 2020, the wages for the top 3 elected officials was $58,015. In 2025, it was $74,688. That's a difference of $16,673 that you guys have collected over the last 5 years. And my feeling is, and I was on the board, when things are tight, most of the time the elected officials did not take a raise. If there was something going on, we did not take a raise. The help got raises, but the elected officials didn't. And with $16,673 over a 5-year period, that's a lot of raise. That's over $3,300 some dollars a year that you've made privy to yourselves. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Anyone else who wishes to speak in public comment? Anyone else wish to speak in public comment? Seeing no one else to speak in public comment, we'll close public comment. Okay, we could have a review of the 9/8/25 regular meeting minutes. If there's no questions, go ahead, Earl.
I'd like a clarification on the motion by Beller, seconded by Stewart on the deputies. I'm curious, I don't know if I quite heard it correctly, but I'm reading where it says, Colin pays for 1 deputy, Monitor pays for 1 deputy. That can serve both townships. Could somebody tell me if that's exactly what you guys agreed to or not? What did you guys agree to
I believe
exactly?
I believe that was the motion.
So, are we gonna have 1 deputy of our own, and we're gonna share 1 deputy with Colin? Was that the motion, or, because it says pay for 1 deputy and Monitor pay for 1 deputy? What was the motion?
That was the motion, what it states there.
So what does that mean? I'm trying to figure out, we're gonna have 1.5 deputies, or 1 deputy, or a half a deputy?
By reading the motion, it states 1 deputy, and Colin's gonna have 1 deputy if they agree to go along with that, and then we would
So,
share them,
We're
so.
going from 2 deputies.
Okay.
Just a minute, I
Okay.
wanna know what, I don't
Okay,
understand
if
the
your
motion.
clarification of the motion is the clarification of the motion.
I still don't understand what that says. I'd like
Okay.
the lawyer to explain that to me, what that motion says.
You pay for 1, Colin pays for 1. They patrol both townships.
So we're going from 2 deputies to 1 deputy. That's what that motion means. I want to make sure everybody heard
That's
that.
the way I read it.
That's what the motion stated. Any other questions? He said that's what the motion stated was 1
Terry,
Between 2 townships.
did we adopt the agenda?
That's what we were,
Okay,
that's what we were going to next.
Sorry.
So, but. Yes,
Yep.
yeah, so
We still have 2.
we're gonna have 2, but we're paying for 1 and they're paying for 1, and they're gonna join
Yep.
working the same days in both. So, we're paying for 1, for clarification. They're paying for 1. We'll have somebody working every day, they'll be working both townships. Then, so that's the clarification of the motion.
So we
Any
still
other-
really have 2, but we're only paying for
Yeah.
1.
Yeah. Any other question about meeting minutes? Okay, and I'm sorry, but I skipped to the adoption of the agenda. Next up, adoption of the agenda, and because we have everyone here, I did want to add, we did receive the letter that all the board members have. We got a letter of recommendation that's signed by all the full-time firefighters with the Monitor Township Fire Department, with a recommendation to promote Assistant Chief, Acting Chief Joe Baker to the chief position, so. Okay, we have a motion, do we have support?
Support.
Support, any discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ma'am, please don't interrupt, okay? Okay, next up, unfinished business. MDOT resolution for mural under I-75, approved signing by supervisor. Do I have a motion?
Oh, did you miss the bills?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Some reason my mic's cutting out here, so. Next up, payment of the bills.
I'll make a motion to pay the bill.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have support?
Support.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Spencer,
Yes.
Stewart, yes. Cloa,
Yes.
Arnold,
Yes.
Beller,
Yeah.
Meyer,
Yes.
and Malin.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, unfinished business. MDOT resolution for mural under I-75, approved and signed by supervisor and clerk. Do we have a motion?
I noticed that somebody defaces it.
Yeah, they did.
We're good for that.
And I believe in the, when we had met with the painter, that he agreed that he would work on that if somebody does that, yes. Yep,
Thank you.
yes.
I have a question to Rich on the mural. If it's defaced, the contract doesn't have a termination date, correct? So if the mural is defaced, we have to maintain it the way it reads with no definite end period, which we know a painting won't last forever. So then what happens is my question. Just like Jim said, if it is defaced or when it gets old, what do we do to get out of that contract?
Give me a second to make sure there is no termination clause in there.
I think maybe that, if somebody could remind me, when we did talk to the painter, I think he said that paint was usually good for 10, 15 years or something like that, but just,
Approximately, yeah.
yeah, just
Contract's
FYI.
good forever.
Yeah, I understand that.
Have to go get a new grant, get her touched up.
We didn't get the grant to do it.
Yes, we did.
We did.
I thought the painter was getting the grant.
No, we
No,
did.
we did.
We applied for the grant and got it from the Bay Area Community Foundation, sitting in a bank account,
Yep, money's sitting in the bank
Thought it
account.
wasn't enough money, you had 10,000.
to do both.
Yeah,
Both
so-
sides were 15, we got enough to do half.
I just wanna know how do we get out of the contract?
They don't mention termination, but that's the only place I see it.
While he's looking at this, I'm just gonna remind the board that if we would contact and ask these questions before the meeting, we wouldn't have to have the attorney look it up right now, so just throwing that out there.
The attorney should have
Yeah.
this answer, it's a contract. He's here representing the township, he should be able to tell me if there's
I don't
no
think that we're
without
paying the attorney
looking
to
it
read
up.
through everything every single time, and all I'm saying is if we would have contacted him prior, he could probably just give the answer right now, so.
I know what the answer's gonna be when he tells me, but I want you to hear the answer.
Can we move
It,
on?
it,
We just need a motion.
it does not have a termination clause, other than it does reference termination, and it also references completion of the project. So I would assume that you should be able to negotiate a termination with the highway department if it has been maintained for the 10-year period of time.
Yeah.
Where'd you come up with the 10-year?
They said the painter guaranteed the paint for 10 years.
I don't, so we got that in writing?
It's the same contract that the city of Bay City uses to do their murals. And while I'm not disagreeing with you, Earl, we are where we are. We have a certain period of time that we have to do the resolution to send it back to MDOT to get it to the painter so we can utilize the funds in the grant. I'd recommend that we move forward and somebody make a motion.
Is he gonna start this year?
He's got to. We have to spend the money before,
Yeah, I think he's gonna start this year.
Was it gonna permit him to do that?
We're hoping. As long as he starts, he's got a time frame, but he has to start it, so.
yeah. We have to spend the money before the year is up, and I think we got the money, I'd
Yeah.
have to look, in June. It has to be spent before, it has to be sent within a year.
So he's gotta buy the paint, supplies, and a lot of that stuff, so. Do we have a motion?
Motion?
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have support?
Support.
Any other discussion? Okay, roll call.
Stewart, yes. Cloa,
Yes.
Arnold,
No.
Beller,
Yes.
Meyer,
No.
Malin. Spencer,
Yes.
motion carried.
Okay, next up,
Sir,
oh, go ahead.
can I now earn my 22 cents?
Yes, absolutely.
Having, while you were voting, paragraph 11 says it's understood if the agency, which is you, discontinues, abandons, or changes the usage of the project right-of-way, then this agreement shall be terminated and the department shall have the right to immediately remove the facility.
Thank you.
So if you don't pay, you've terminated it unilaterally.
Okay.
There's a paragraph that says if we stop our obligation, the contract automatically terminates. Thanks for the time to look it up. I'm sorry for the delay.
All right, works
No,
for me.
thank you. Next up, building official, ordinance administrator, and zoning and code enforcement assistant positions. Looking for a recommendation.
Make a motion, we advertise for one.
We advertise, and I was going to say with the recommendation that trustee Beller had for wages, that you had in there.
About a half a dozen different townships, and it really fluctuates. If you're, from what I can see, you're gonna be somewhere in the high 80s, low 90s.
Okay,
You're gonna combine all these jobs.
okay.
Can you hear me? How about now?
There you go.
Yeah. There is a couple seats up here too, if any of you folks can't hear back there that great if you want to move up here, so. Okay, there's 2 seats up here, so, you're more than welcome to move up. Okay, we have a motion, do we have support?
Support.
We have support, any other discussion?
Post the job for the,
Building official.
Are we losing somebody? Are we losing our administrator, our zoning man right now, or?
Right now, we have a building official, Dave DeGrow. We have the code zoning official, code enforcement, David Rocha. At some point, if this becomes a full-time position, that's a possibility. I've asked David DeGrow if he'd be interested. He stated he's not. David Rocha had indicated that he would be interested in applying for the position. He has been a builder for, I don't know how many years, but he's worked for Serenas Johnson where he can retire now, and has taken his state licensing exam passed. So I'm sure he's going to apply. Whether he gets that position or not, that's going to be up to the board.
So if he applies, and he gets the position, we're just gonna eliminate that one zoning administrator, or zoning.
It's gonna be a
enforcement.
combination.
It's
of
gonna be a
jobs.
combination.
Combination,
Yeah.
but instead of 2, we'll have the 1.
Yeah,
Correct.
All right.
Yeah. Yes.
2 positions, 1 body.
Yep.
It would be a full-time job for the township too, right?
Correct.
I think he also would absorb Carol's job too, wouldn't he?
Correct.
Partially correct,
Taking
yes.
3 of them on.
Yeah, so,
It's majority paid from building department.
correct. Any other discussion? You want a roll call?
I just want to clarify Beller's motion is to advertise for a full-time position with the combination of the building official, the ordinance administrator, and the zoning and code enforcement assistant. That's what we're advertising for?
Yep.
Thank you. Roll call. Cloa,
yes.
Arnold,
Yes.
Beller,
Yes.
Meyer,
Yes.
Malin,
Yes.
Spencer,
Yes.
Stewart, yes. Motion carried.
That includes blight enforcement as well?
Yeah, code enforcement, yes.
Oh, yeah,
Code.
Yeah, yeah, yep,
Yes, it does.
because David does zoning and blight.
yep,
Okay.
yep. Okay, next up, new business.
21.
Office administrator job description to approve. Do we have a motion? The updated job description.
Motion.
We have a motion. Do we have support?
Support.
We have support. Any discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carried. Next up, Sherry Arns. Thank you for coming today. If you want, you can come right up to the podium here, because we might have a couple questions for you. We won't be too hard on. Everybody loves coming up to the podium, especially at me.
Let's even see if it works. Does it work? Can you
There you
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So we posted the position. We had a lot of candidates, a lot of good candidates, and we had one that stuck out in front of everybody. So this is Sherry. She's posted for the position. Comes with a lot of experience and knowledge. We've had her in here for 2 interviews. The second one, she did some testing, just some typing and some did some office administrative stuff with Taylor, and I'm thankful that you came in and
No,
got
thank
to
you.
meet you. So, if there's any questions from any of the board members before we move on to the.
No, I had a chance to talk to some of her previous employers, and they had very nice things to say about her.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Can we have a motion to hire her as a new office administrator?
Is
Motion.
Taylor going to leave again?
Yep, she's gonna keep on leaving.
She wanted another going away party.
Yeah, yeah. So we have a motion. Do we have support?
Support.
We have support. Any discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Arnold,
Yes.
Beller,
Yes.
Meyer,
Yes.
Malin,
Yes.
Spencer,
Yes.
Stewart, yes. Chloa.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Congratulations and welcome.
you.
And,
Thank you for adding me to
When
your
did she
team.
start?
Yeah. I know she was checking, so I guess I'll let you talk there. Sorry.
I'm hoping in 2 weeks, the 13th.
Yeah.
We are closing next week, so nobody knows my job.
Yeah.
So I'd probably have to do it the 13th.
Yeah.
Would be a Monday.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
yeah.
closed the 13th, so
Yep.
we'll come on the 14th.
Well,
Yep.
that'd even be
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
So
And if
who,
you-
who fills in for her between now and then?
Mainly Jessica.
Poor Jessica.
Yeah, Jessica. So, okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And if you get time, if you want to stop in the next day or so, or next week,
Next week.
they'll have some paperwork for you too,
Okay.
so we could get that started if you wanted
No,
to.
you can go.
No, you don't have to stay. You're welcome to though. That's up to you. But don't
Oh,
feel
no.
bad about leaving. And we're also thankful that she's also a resident of our township too, so. Okay, next up, fire chief appointment. Inserted in the information that I gave, I had a recommendation to promote Joe Baker to the fire chief position. We did have some discussions, some sideline discussions, I guess, about advertising outside. I don't think that we have the ability to do that. We also have the letter of recommendation from our full-time staff, which is signed by our full-time staff, and I'll read it for the audience because it wasn't, we just got it today or last night. It says, please accept this letter of recommendation of the chief position for Assistant Chief / Acting Chief Joe Baker. Full-time staff has full faith and trust in Assistant Chief Baker and believe he will lead the department into a positive, productive future. Further, we are confident that he has the best interest of the community of Monitor Township as well as the entire fire department staff. So, and I would follow that up with them words. Joe was put into a position kind of unexpectedly, and he's done a great job. So, the circumstances are not the most unfortunate, or not the most fortunate, but it is what it is. So, I'd recommend the board that we promote him to that position.
Can
Do I have a
we-
motion?
Can we put a stipulation on there?
Yes,
I'll
sir.
make a motion to appoint him to the chief's position, but I'd like to have a year on there as a probation. Not that he can't do it. I think he's done an outstanding job right along, but I think we need to have a check and balance.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have support?
What would that be?
I think what he was saying, correct me if I'm right, Jim, that you were saying a year probation. The personnel policy does typically have a 6-month probation, but just FYI.
Okay,
But- Did you want to change it to a 6?
Sure.
Okay,
I can do that. I can amend that, I guess.
okay.
You know, I guess before we take a vote, we ought to get him up to the podium and have him let everybody know what he's done in the last year or two.
Let me get a support first,
Fair enough.
and then we'll go into discussion. Do we have support on that motion?
Support?
Okay. Mr. Baker, if you'd like, I know you love coming to the mic. Yeah. Go ahead, Jim, if you had some questions.
No.
Oh, did you? Oh, I'm sorry.
We're about to hear him.
Oh, okay.
I want to know what he's accomplished in the last year and a half.
Can you review some of the things that you've had to deal with for the last 6 months there?
Yeah.
We're
We
we're in
Just try to,
discussion.
just try to talk into the mic if you can. Sorry
Okay.
about that.
Can everybody hear me?
So far.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. I've been here for 30 years. I started here as an on-call, and I've had every position since then. I was the first ever part-time employee. I transitioned into full-time. Over the years, I served as the sergeant, the lieutenant, the captain, the assistant chief, fire inspector, and currently the acting chief. So I've been around and seen a lot. I've actually been here longer than John Kramer. So basically, I kind of got pushed into this role because of the unfortunate issues that we're having with the other chief and his issues. So after assuming this or becoming the acting chief, I've done a lot of things to try to help the morale around the department. We've added a lot of new guys, which was much needed and been a long time since we've had a full roster, at least on the full-time side, which makes everything a lot easier for all of us. We've created new SOPs, we've changed SOPs, we've changed ways that we respond to certain things. I mean, I've got a whole listing here, and I'd be happy to go into detail with them, but I don't think you have all night for all the things that have recently been changed. We had some retirements, obviously, lost some experience, gained a lot of experience. We brought on a lot of full-time guys with a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience. We streamlined our hose testing, got it from a 2 to 3 week process down to 3 days. Our hydrants that we maintain, we paint them and flush them. We've streamlined that and got that down to from several months to about a week or two, depending on weather and other situations. Maintained the station, kept up all those things right along. I did change the way our full-time staff meets. We have meetings monthly now instead of whenever everybody's mad enough to have a meeting, to avoid those kinds of problems that we've had in the past. Appointed a new training officer, got a lot of the training up to date, expanded our way of doing the training and more hands-on type training, in line with what the state wanted. And the state has new CEUs for us to have continuing ed, which is completely different than it's ever been before. So now all of us that have certificates have to maintain those. All firefighters in the state of Michigan, anybody that's an officer or anything else, has even more training that they need to be accredited for. So that's quite a undertaking to get that up to where it needed to be, to include lesson plans and rosters and a whole lot of other stuff for the state CEUs. Just a lot of little things around the department itself. Have another agility test for more on-call firefighters this coming Saturday, which is great because we haven't brought on very many on-calls, and we did lose 5 people this past year. And we have some other ones that are on the verge of retiring. Been here for a long time. So we're always looking for new help, and when we did the hose testing this year, we were able to utilize a lot of our new young, strong guys, which is part of the reason that it was a lot faster. It also was a good chance for them to get some hands-on, boots on the ground kind of experience and the camaraderie that comes with the fire service. Rewrote some policies, some standards. We had some issues with our CLIA license, which is our license to be able to carry glucometers on the rigs and use them. We had our own, got our own, kind of separated from the county until the county figures out that thing. We had to renew our FCC license, which nobody knew about. We just happened to accidentally come across the fact that it was expiring. So that was a good thing that we found that in the midst of cleaning and doing things around here. I think that I've strengthened the department's use of social media as far as we've been posting on Facebook, our trainings, other things. We got the open house coming in October. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from that from a lot of people. A lot of people are interacting with that. So that, I think, is a good thing for us, just to make sure that people know that we are doing a lot of things, not just calls. We're up on our call volume, approximately 100 more this year at this point in time than we were. So it's going to be a busy year, probably going to be a record-breaking year as far as numbers go if it continues. We did donate a lot of our old fire gear that was very expired, that's been hanging around here for a long time, to the Delta College Fire Academy. Most recently on their Facebook page, they posted a picture of their students, and most all their students are wearing our old equipment that's been sitting on the floor here for years. So I thought that was kind of a cool idea and a cool thought that somebody could actually use it. I mean, just anybody have any questions, any comments, any problems, any thoughts on any of that?
Jim's got a folder out there. He's getting
I
ready
have
to
one,
pull out.
no, not really, it's not a folder. But your SOPs that you were so kind to update and reestablish and generate, when you have a new employee, and I'm gonna pick on this Eric Knuckle, when you come in the door, did you give him a copy of all your SOPs?
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
Now I can call for the question if you'd like.
Any other questions for Joe?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Stand by.
Joe, did you get any, ask for recommendations from the paid on calls?
I didn't ask for any recommendations from anybody.
Okay,
That letter was a complete surprise to me. It's the first I've even heard of it.
but paid on calls didn't want to
No.
send something?
Haven't heard anything from anybody.
Yeah. I know we can't talk because of HEPA, but are any, has the administrative side of this talked to Kramer at all?
Pardon me?
Has anybody been in contact with Kramer? I mean, I know we received some emails, but are
The only contact we've had as a board is when we asked you to contact him. I don't know that he's talked to anybody else here. He hasn't. I mean, I don't know that he came in to, I think his wife came in to get the paperwork. So,
Yesterday.
so, yeah.
Yesterday.
so there's some kind of process?
There is an ongoing process.
Yeah.
There
Yep.
absolutely is.
Yep. Yep. And it's
I
in
have
the
another
personnel
question.
policy. Yes,
Probably
sir.
more legal than anything.
Yep.
What happens if we get a back to work slip from him, say January 1? What do we do?
That would have to be brought to the board. Yeah, we'd have to discuss that at that time.
So by law,
You're on.
is it, By law, there's a position, doesn't have to be the exact position, but a position must be held. So,
And it would be if he showed back up last week. So, yeah.
So if we promote him to chief, now we're looking for an assistant chief. And then the whole process starts over.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that soon. Yes.
Can you have Paul and Jim turn their mic on? So, what, I didn't hear what you said, Paul. You gotta turn it on. I heard you, Jim, but I didn't hear Paul, what he said about.
Not on, Paul. There you
so
go.
with the situation, by law, we have to hold a position for the time being. It's not the exact position, but it has to be an equivalent position. So it means if in 6 months he is able to return, we have to have a spot for him.
Yep. Okay, any other questions? Quick question. Do you have any, what's your future goals if you're appointed by the board of the chief position?
Futuristically, we have a lot of things coming up on the horizon, one of which is the potential replacement of a fire apparatus that's approaching its 20-year. What we're going to do with that, if we're going to maybe look into refurbing. I personally like that truck the best, to be honest with you. It doesn't have a lot of hours. It doesn't have a lot of miles. If as long as it is able to pass everything, I'm not sure that it's a good idea to even consider replacing it at $1.5 million for a truck to replace it.
No, I liked him.
You know, and things like that. I'd like to look at a mission type statement and get something out there that would show our mission for futuristic goals. Obviously, maintain what we do have.
I just said, I'm sorry to interrupt you. What is our current mission statement?
There's not much of one.
Okay, okay,
So
sorry.
I think we need one.
Thank you, yep, I would agree.
That's just a thought process that I had. Obviously, looking at maintaining the staff and working with the staff, I think that there's been some question on some of the SOPs, and maybe some people feel like they're getting pushed or some pushback from. But I think that we should be held to a high standard. I think that everybody should be held to the same standard, and I think it should be a high standard. We're capable of it, and why would we not do it? And in the past, there's been what some may consider favoritism or whatever, and I want to eliminate all that. There's no place for that here. There's no reason for it. We're all
Okay.
adults, and we can act like it.
Okay.
Joe, I have one more question, if I may. Now, I'm aware of you had an incident with a fire truck in one of the station doors.
Correct.
Okay, and I know you contacted our supervisor.
Yes.
Okay, what I'm disappointed about is that I did not receive an email from anybody stating that there was an incident. Luckily enough, no firefighters hurt, but there's serious damage done to the fire station. As trustees, we're supposed to be protecting property and at least a call or a text saying that something happened. No one was hurt, thank God, but there should have been something sent to us. Thank you.
Well, there's nothing written anywhere that says that we have to do that. Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't do that, but I mean, I reported it to the chain of command. Like we do,
That's on me, Jim, if, I didn't realize you didn't know that, and,
I had to find out
yeah,
third person.
yeah,
All
okay.
You know, just
No, I agree with that. I didn't realize you didn't know. Separate issue, but yeah, that's not on him, that's on
We
me.
changed the remotes
So-
on the garage doors at least a little bit and
Yep.
updated stickers on them to tell people which button to push, because unfortunately, there's a north and a south on the same remote, and what had happened was we were here for training, and the person that was leaving out of the north door reached up and pushed the button for the south door as the south truck was pulling out of the bay. So before the photo I had a chance to catch it, it was just perfect timing where you probably couldn't recreate it if you wanted to. but it caught on the top.
It's called history. It happened in the 80s.
Yeah.
I was there.
And I remember specifically saying when we got those garage doors.
I seen a
that
lot of
this
heads
was a
turning
potential
in the back
problem.
audience there, so I don't know if the guilty party's back there or not, but,
know, I'm
but it happens.
Sort of
yeah.
surprised that it took 4 years to happen, and I wish we would have really had hindsight on it, because I remember specifically saying when we got them, like, this is going to be a problem, and it was.
Yeah.
So,
Any other questions from any of the board members? I would call the vote.
Beller,
Yes.
Meyer,
Yes.
Malin,
Yes.
Spencer,
Yes.
Stewart, yes. Cloa,
Yes.
Arnold.
No.
Motion carried.
Congratulations, Chief
Thank-
Baker.
thank you. I look forward to continuing to serve.
Thank you, sir. Okay, next on the agenda, DWS bill adjustment request, 2187 Midland Road. Do you have a motion? Yeah.
Do they understand this is their one shot?
I hope so.
I think they've been making that pretty clear with them, but
So they don't want to save it for the 500?
you know what, I guess not.
You know what I mean?
So,
I mean, I'll make the motion, we forgive them the, what is it,
30.
$38? Or
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have support?
So that first box, the credit of,
yes.
okay, thank you. Motion
I'll support.
Any discussion?
first box. Okay.
Okay, roll call vote.
Meyer,
Yes.
Malin,
Yes.
Spencer,
Yes.
Stewart, yes. Cloa,
Yes.
Arnold,
Yes.
and Beller.
Yes.
Carried.
Okay, next up, resignation of Taylor Parker, Office Administrator.
Didn't we
No.
already do that?
No, we didn't have it before.
No.
We
Oh.
got it after the meeting.
Yeah.
That's why we had to have this,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we wanted to have it before the next board meeting.
Yep.
Or we would have been another 2 weeks. We'd have been the end of October getting somebody new.
That's why I asked if she was coming back again.
She has indicated that she might be able to pop in, and if she if she does,
She's welcome.
she's
Yes.
welcome, because with Carol leaving, which is next, Jessica is going to be very busy over the next several months with training and this and that. So, but we'll communicate that if that happens. So,
I guess I'll make a motion. We accept her resignation.
okay, we have a motion. Do we have support?
Support.
We have support. Any discussion?
We're going to send her a letter of thank you and all that good stuff.
Yep, we already gave her a card, and I told her when she came back to help us last couple days, I didn't know if she was going to get another one or not, but we might. So, yeah.
It was last week.
She
She actually came back
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah, she gave us only a week notice, unfortunately, but then she'd end up coming back the second week, so. Okay, we have a motion, we have support. All in favor, aye?
Hence the special meeting.
Aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carried. Next up, resignation letter dated 9/10/25. Carol Goodwin is zoning and code enforcement assistant. Do we have a motion?
Make the motion to accept her resignation, or retirement letter.
Yep, we have a motion. Do we have support?
Support.
We have support. Any discussion? I don't know if Carol watches YouTube, but we did have a little get-together for Carol, and she was here 11 years, I believe. So we will miss her, so we wish her well. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Next up, resignation letter dated 9/11/25 from Jay Bremen as on-call firefighter. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
We have a motion. Do we have support? Any discussion? All in favor, aye? Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Next up, wage increase request for Jessica Herrick. Do we have a motion?
I have a motion, but my motion's gonna be a little different.
Okay.
I think we make a motion that we table this until budget, since we're only a month or so away from doing our budget for next year.
And I second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion and we have support and discussion. I would be opposed to that, and I'll explain the reasons why. Jessica, and this is not a knock at anybody else in our office, but she's the hardest working person that we have as an administrator, or I'm sorry, in our office. Jessica, who is the assistant assessor, can handle the front counter, the assistant assessor, building, which she's now going to be doing, doing stuff for the fire department, trying to lose a supervisor. She can do everything in very little problem. The thing that I would say that the reason I would advise against that is one, she's underpaid. And all you got to do is go look around in the job help wanted sections. You can get another job. I don't think that she wants to find another job. I think she wants to get paid for what she knows that what I referred to her as the wheelbarrow of Monitor Township, where we're dumping on her shoulders here for the next several months while she trains a new administrator, and then we're going to turn around and get a new building official, code enforcement, that she's going to have to train that person, and that could be several months on its own. It's not going to affect our budget because that's her right now. She's getting paid, and correct me if I'm wrong, Linda, but she's getting paid out of general fund. She's gonna the extra $6 she's gonna get out of building. Carol was getting paid $19 an hour,
Something like that.
so it's not going to affect our budget. We're actually still saving money if we only pay her $6. Is all I'm getting at. So, I would hate to. I'd hate to lose that person.
Another one.
Another one. And let's be real. Taylor left. I think she liked everybody here. We loved her. She did a great job, but she's getting paid $10 more an hour. So.
Yeah.
So if it's coming out of building, it's not gonna, if it's not coming from the general fund, it's not
No.
gonna affect our bottom line.
No.
then.
It would be
not at all.
14 less, or 6, 7, 13 less than what Carol was making. And she'll be doing that job plus training the new administrative assistant and doing that job for the next 2 weeks on top of her assessing job before Sherry can start. Then training Sherry, then training the new building zoning person. But in the interim of finding that person, which could take a month, she will be doing the building stuff, the paperwork, all of it.
All of it.
Yeah.
What the building person does in the building, plus all of the paperwork.
And building self.
And still doing her assistant assessing job.
Yes.
So doesn't the building official come in?
He does usually come in on Mondays and Wednesdays.
That's all.
That's usually it. Now, when Carol was gone before, I did request Dave, and if we do need him to come in more, he will come in more. But, and this is nothing against Dave, but he doesn't have the speediness or technical ability that Jessica Herrick has. So she really gets, and hey, you've seen Taylor over here trying to fix our camera here. So it's a benefit having people that have that. She's our in-house IT person before we call the IT person.
So with that information, and maybe it was in there and I missed it, I'm gonna rescind that motion since it's not gonna affect our general
I
fund.
think you got to vote on it once it's been made and second, I believe, under the Robert's Rules of Order.
I think that, is that correct, Rich? We'd have to, or
You
he can just
can-
rescind it.
The maker and second can withdraw it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you withdraw it and he seconds it, then we can withdraw the motion. If that's what you want to do.
I'll second.
Okay, so we have a motion to withdraw and a second to withdraw that motion. And with that being said, do we have a new motion?
I'll make a motion, we grant the additional monies because of the additional job requirements that she's going to have to do.
Yeah. Okay, we have a motion. Do we have support?
Support.
We have support. Any discussion? And the other thing that I want to just add on there, she's been working diligently to get her assessor level 2. Am I saying that right,
Yes.
Linda?
Yes.
And one of the things that if anybody doesn't know this, go talk to any township, especially around here. It's such an important position to have good assessors. We really need to take care of them. Not that we don't have to take care of everybody else, but it's just something that it's hard to get people to do that job. So I'm thankful for her in that. So any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Malin,
Yes.
Spencer,
Yes.
Stewart, yes. Cloa,
Yes.
Arnold,
No.
Beller,
Yes.
Meyer.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, next up, hall requests for the MIHA District 6 Requestium, if I'm pronouncing it. Equestrian, sorry. Team for 11/5 of 25. I only got to say that once a year, so.
It's okay.
Do we have a
I'll help you.
motion? Thank you.
Motion.
We have a motion. Do we have support?
I'll support.
Okay, we have support. Any discussion?
What is this?
It's basically,
Is
it's,
it for one of our high schools?
yes, it's the MIHA District 6 has Western, and it's all these, all these young high school kids that are doing the horse shows and all that stuff. So
Okay.
they have their banquet once a year. I did attend one year. Great group of kids, but there's a lot of them from this area, but I think they come from other areas too. But
Freeland's in there.
yeah. But at the end of the day, a great group of kids that are into that kind of stuff, which we don't have that much anymore. So I'm glad we get to support them. So
Alrighty.
roll call.
Spencer,
Yes.
Stewart, yes. Cloa,
Yes.
Arnold,
Yes.
Beller,
Yes.
Meyer,
Yes.
and Malin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. That is it. Motion to adjourn.
How about motion to buy some batteries?
I just changed the batteries in that before I got here, so.
16%.
Yeah, so now that we got the camera working, we'll work on the microphones. So, motion to adjourn?
Work on this chair too, will you?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye? Aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone.